What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, getting down fresh out. You know how we do it over here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I got a real OG on the channel today, man. I'm so happy to be able to have this guest on, Bo from Broadway, and he's got some hell of a stories. And man, we're gonna get right into it. Bo, can you talk a little bit about your first experience running across from Raymond, Washington?
Oh yeah, that was like in 1978. Me and the homies was going over some of the homegirls' houses and stuff. We basically just met them, and they were staying off on 53rd and Avalon. So as we coming out the house, we was like about 15 deep, you know what I mean, the Broadway. So Raymond Washington pulled up in a Burgundy 64. I didn't know that was here till when the homies like, oh, there go Raymond Washington. I like, what? I said, damn, I ain't never seen Raymond Washington, but I heard about how he started the Crip's and all this and that. So it was kind of excited to see him. I'm like, damn, that's Raymond Washington. You feel me? And just to be in this president right there.
Yeah.
But you know, he like, what's up, cuz? You feel me? To us, we like, yeah, what's up, cuz? Broadway, woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean?
How old was he at the time, you think?
How old was I?
Yeah, how
I
old
was
was-
about like maybe 16, 15,
And
16.
how old do you think he was?
Well, Raymond Washington, he was much older. Raymond Washington at least had to be in his like late 20s, early 30s.
So he was like a legend at that time,
Yeah, he
huh?
was a legend. See, they where Crip'n came from, see what I'm saying? But they think Tookie started it, but it was Raymond Washington really started Crip'n, but Tookie was in that era.
Yeah.
Tookie was on the west side, and Raymond was on the east side. You feel me? So when I seen him, I like, man, I just stared at him like, damn, that's Raymond Washington. You know what I mean? I seen him in person. Instead of hearing stories about him, I really seen him.
Yeah.
And that's like the last time I seen him, because I went to camp after that, like, as going on. I went to camp, and I heard he got killed. I like, wow, you know what I mean? But, you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah.
But he's a legend.
Yeah, I know. I've
saying?
heard a lot of stories about him, and then you hear about Tookie and about like just these guys. When you see these people in public, it's almost like when I was a kid and I used to hear about these certain dudes. Oh, that's so and so from so and so hood, and you're like, this dude, he get out the Elko with D's. You're thinking like, who is this? Like this guy, all the girls. Oh my God, that's so and so. You know, and it's like these dudes are like hood superheroes.
Exactly, and we went to a party on Gage and Broadway. The East Coast, they weren't East Coast back then. They were like Six Deuce, neighborhood shit like that, 686 and Doc Thone and all them. So, you know, we partied with them, and after that, the homie messing with their girls and a big old fight. A lot of these dudes don't know why we enemies right now in the day. From different hoods.
Yeah.
Cause they wasn't even gangbanging back then. And they don't even know. You can ask them, man, why your hood fight my hood? Why are we warring against each other? Shit, they don't know. A lot of dudes ask me in jail, man, well, how we became enemies? So I sit down and tell them what happened and this and that, and the homie went and killed one of your homies, or your homie went and killed one of my homies. That's how we became enemies. You know, motherfuckers was like, it was just squabbling. We didn't really have guns like that. You know, more like a fight thing. That's why a lot of OGs, they know how to throw these things, see what I'm saying? Because that's the way we came up. See what I'm saying? Fighting at house parties and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
It's funny you say house parties, man, because I can go back and I could pretty much pinpoint like almost all the beefs is over a female.
Yeah, that's
this
how we...
This dude done got caught out of pocket at another broad's house, and then he leaving. And the dudes are like, hey man, what you doing over here? And that's like, something happened to him, retaliation.
Yeah.
It's all over a female, man.
Yeah, that's how we got into it with the East Coasters over female, right? So this what happened. The homies, they were fighting at the apartment building on Gage and Broadway. So we just put one of the little homies on the hood, Muggsy. Muggsy went back and killed Termite from East Coast, Six Deuce. That's how we start warring with them. See what I'm saying? Then how we start warring with the four trades is at a football game. They killed my homie Gangsta Lee. Gangsta Lee whipped his ass on the field after the game. Dude ran back home and got a gun and came back and killed the homies. That's how we start warring with them. You know what I mean? So like I said, a lot of people don't know why we enemies. They just know followers, you know what I mean?
And this is kept, and then it perpetuates until it's still going on.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? But we just ceased fire with these coaches, so we don't war with them no more. See what I'm saying? The homies got out of jail, like some of my generation, and I guess they said, I was in Folsom when I heard about ceasefire. They ceasefire like, okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? Because we should get tired of killing each other. We blacks, see what I'm saying? The Mexicans killing us, and we killing ourselves.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? The Mexican territory, they trying to take over your hoods and everything now. They everywhere. See what I'm saying? When I was in the pen, I've been hearing about little homies getting killed by them, but I don't hear no retaliation or nothing. I'm like, wow. See what I'm saying? It must be good I'm in jail for a reason, because I know me. See what I'm saying? Somebody knocked out my homie, I'm finna go over there and knock some shit down. You know what I mean? 'Cause I was known for that. You feel me? So I'm like, man, maybe it's good I'm in jail. You know what I mean? I'm just got my ears open to the street trying to hear what they gonna do. I don't be hearing nothing. I'll be like, wow, shit ain't the same no more. You feel me? Back in the day, it was loyalty, homie love. It was like some real gang members then. You feel me? We all looked out for each other. We were just like a family. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now, it ain't nothing like that today. So in '78, we went to the Funk Festival. This was first seeing Big Tookie. We went to the concert.
I've heard stories about this. I was going to ask you about this.
Yeah, so
I've heard stories about this. At the Hollywood Bowl, right?
No, it was at the Coliseum.
Okay, Coliseum.
Yeah, at the Funk
Parliament and all them were there. Yeah.
Parliament.
Yeah.
So we all gone there. You know, we had blue and black Puritans, me and the homies. We was all dressed alike, overalls, the biscuit Romeo, the derby hats with the hair that's on it, the matchsticks around. Hey, the long earrings and shit, like some OG shit.
Yeah.
So we all mobbed up in there deep and shit. So you know that's when that PCP was out. It was like, once you got that, that's all you were smelling, motherfucker. Getting looped up there, motherfucker, running on the field naked. So Big Tookie and Jamil, they was up there on the field. Two big old motherfuckers, like, damn. You know what I mean? And Tookie, like, looking at her, we looked at her, I like, what's up, throw at the hood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, he smiling and shit, but that fool was big.
Was he really big like that
back? I ran into him in the county jail in High Power. My first time in the county jail, they had made me a trustee, so they had me in High Power working. And Tookie used to be on the phone. You know, with blue rack on the head, big old motherfucker on the phone. Like, wow. But I couldn't say nothing to him because the sheriff didn't let us talk to him. So I just did like you know, nod my head to him and shit. See what I'm saying? You know, giving it up, let him know I was a Crip and shit. You feel me? Because, you know, but, man, I kind of admired him and what he did and, you know, how he pushed his weight. But I feel if he was still alive, and if he was on the street, it probably would be a big difference.
The influence, huh?
Yeah, it'd be a big difference.
You know, it's like I said, it's an honor having you on the channel because hearing the stories from like the real ones, like a lot of times I would sit down and talk to dudes, like they'd be Big Herc, you know, I talked like an OG, he's like, man, you know, he had to politic on the yard, but we talk on the side in the law library. He's like, man, what you working on? I said, man, I'm trying to do this little motion. He's like, man, you know, Herc, man, Bob, you know, I've been in this thing, man. I ain't telling you dude, I'm about to go home in a couple, but he on a low key, but very intelligent. You know, did like a lot of time over bullshit, then, you know, dealt with the politics, but realized he squandered a lot of his life to the game. And I'm like, dude, if this person, rather than these fake ass rappers that everybody's looking up to for leadership, they ask a rapper to go and how you feel about the black community? I'm like, who is this dude? He's not even a real one. Let's talk to a real one, and you get the game. It's almost like, wow, man, these stories are incredible, man. I'm like, this needs to be heard. But I understand what a lot of dudes get out. They don't want to put their business out because they're trying to get back into society. They don't want, you know, people to know they're ex-felon or that they used to be this dude or they did this. Because I've talked to some brothers. I was talking to one brother from South Central, and he was like, back in the day, he told me he had to test the road, so he was balling like this. He was, you know, he knew, he ran into Took, he did all the stuff, and he was very articulate. I'm like, damn, dude, you was like a ghetto James Bond, you know what I mean? like, you know, but he don't want to talk down because he's working in the square world. But I'm like, dude, you youngsters need to hear from somebody like you, because this is not in the books. This is invaluable. The people coming and talking now is not the same, because if you look at even a lot of the guys who are going on these podcasts, they steady gossiping. I never heard dudes gossip like this. It used to be back in the day, you say something in somebody's face that said, we ain't no talking public, oh, so-and-so, bro, he was doing this and he a rap. I'm like, dude, why are you, and you creating more animosity, and then it creates another situation, and then somebody else gets killed over some gossip.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we're better than that. So being able to hear from somebody like you, who's an OG, who's lived it and knows like the ins and outs, and you've actually sat down and talked to these people, dude, that's something. It's almost like sharing the elder knowledge, bro. That's what we got to get back to, because most of these dudes don't have no dad, no uncle, no grandpa. Maybe they got like a cousin or somebody else, but like they on some type of pills or something.
Yeah.
So they not getting like somebody who came out the pen and really got the game. Because remember back in the day, I used to be at the park. Oh, they call, he a smoker, but smoker had game. You know what I mean? Like he used to be like the man, and he just got caught up with crack.
Yeah.
But like he would tell me stories. I'm like, damn, this dude is, he got some shit. But that's Smoker Paul, or that's so and so. But he back in the day, he was getting the boo 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 bop. And so we can't write those people off.
No, you can't.
You know?
I mean, 'cause I had one like that in the hood, right? I would take care of him, but he was a smoker, but he used to cook water back in the day. He was the man. See what I'm saying? But he got caught up on that cocaine. So, but I was still looking out for him. I used to go get a room, make his ass take a shower, get him dressed. I used to let him ride with me because he's a big old dude. So that's like my bodyguard, you feel me? Like, Johnny, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I went to the pen, right? And I got out, he was balling. He put me back on my feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
He broke me off like that, took me shopping. I'm like, damn. Know what I mean? Trippy car, like, man, who got the weight out here? They said, go see Johnny. I said, see Johnny? I said, what Johnny? They said, yeah, Johnny Lake. I'm like, what? Y'all lying? Because he was a smoker.
Yeah.
Shit, he put up on me, gave me about 3,000 or 4,000 cash, bam. And talk about, I'm gonna get some clothes. He put me on my feet. See what I'm saying? But he was a smoker.
Yeah.
So he said, man, you the only motherfucker looked out for me when I was smoking. You took care of me, and you had a black and mild. You give me half of it, and I smoked half.
Yeah.
But I fed him and everything. See what I'm saying? And he showed me his appreciation when I got out.
Wow.
Like, wow, you know what I mean? And I look out for everybody,
Yeah,
man. See what
yeah.
I'm saying? Even though I was a hardcore gang member, but I still had a heart.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna let a motherfucker starve, or you ain't got no shoes, or you ain't got no refrigerator, I'll buy you one. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I tried to get out. When I started that nonprofit, I went back to the community, my hood, try to clean it up. Not showing the police just like, we ain't only gang members. We trying to take our community too, give back to the community. So I started that, but it didn't work out too good though, because I was on the right track, but I fell back into the game. I need some money. So I said, I'm gonna just start off with like 9 ounces or something, maybe 4.5. Boy, I ended up later on buying a whole bird. You feel me? I like, forget that business, this and that, and I let everything go. So I'm back in the street. You feel me? So I'm back in hustling, and putting people on their feet and all this shit, like, send me right back with a life sentence. You feel me? Trying to help somebody. Then my record fucked up. That's how I got that 135 to life, cause my record, you know what I mean? I like, damn. See what I'm saying? I like, man, this shit is crazy. So back then, from now to today, oh man, it's terrible. See what I'm saying? Ain't no respect for OGs no more. They killing their G homies when they get out. See what I'm saying? I know so many people got killed when they got out older, my generation. They own homies kill them. I like, damn, you feel me? Because the homies, they trying to make the hood back like it used to be.
Yeah.
And they ain't going for
No,
it.
they're
These
not, no.
youngsters on this crystal
Yeah.
and weed, got their guns in their backpacks and all this shit. The game bang different. Like, what really pushed me away when I went in the hood one day, it's a group over there, group over there, group. I'm like, damn, why everybody separated? So I go like, man, why y'all? Oh, well, I don't fuck with them niggas. You know what I mean? Fuck them niggas. They're like, damn, man, ain't we all from the same hood? Oh, we from the same hood, but they ain't my homies.
Damn.
So I like, God damn. So I like, man, I'm wasting my time. You feel me? So I branch off doing my thing, you know what I mean? It ain't, these all homies under me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Generation under me, but I was trying to keep them together. And by keeping the hood together, that cost me. See what I'm saying? I was buying guns for the hood. I was having the hood picnics. I'm paying for all this, and I was doing all this shit. And all my homies was like, when I went to court, they said, well, all his friends was telling on it, but they scared to go on the stand. I said, what the fuck they talking about? All my friends were telling on me and shit.
Damn.
But everything I did, they know I bought guns. They knew I was doing this. They knew I was doing that. Like, God, that shit hurted me. I said, now, all the shit I do for the hood, even when something happened, I'm a main one. Let's go put in some work. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of party crips, too. They just want to function and for protection and party. But let's go put in some work. That motherfucker vanish. Out of 100 people, you have about 7 or 8 people ready to put in some work. You feel me? So that's kind of way how I broke my ankle and shit. See what I'm saying? 'Cause I was drinking one day some Tiger Ray, and I was looking at all these bust ass niggas out here and ain't put in no work, but sell drugs and party and shit. So I just like start getting off on people and shit, and I was drunk and broke my ankle and shit. You know what I mean? So things right now, man. I'm doing my own thing right now. See what I'm saying? And I ain't got time for it, but I can give them some good advice.
Yeah.
Or I try to lace them in, don't go that way. You feel me? And I done ran into brothers all that at stores. They seen me, I guess, when YV had me on social media. They like, man, I inspired them and all this and that. They kind of made a change for, in their life because listen to my story. You feel me? So, like I said, I came from a big family. I never had a father in my life, so I chose the street. I get to hustle, I get to rob, I get to take care of myself. My mama can't take care of all of us, you feel me?
Yeah.
Even though, back then they get county checks and shit like that, Motherfucker grew up in the ghetto, houses to hang out, motherfucker to find a spot to sleep and shit, you feel me? Because everybody spent the night. My mama was so free-hearted. If it's too late, no, y'all ain't got to go home. Motherfuckers sleep everywhere, you feel me? Or in a room, I'll be like, damn. See what I'm saying? So that kind of pushed me to the streets.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Well, too, one of the things you talk about, like when you say the hood, and when I first got out and I tried to I tried to figure hey man, let me hold out to some of the dudes that are still out and see hey man, maybe we can have a hood barbecue or this and that. And it's man, ain't nobody doing that shit, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't trying to, these youngsters ain't trying to hear that and blah blah blah. And they really like you said, looking at you oh man, you done did all that. That don't mean shit. So they actually are hating on you because you've actually lived a life,
exactly.
And they want to live the life, but you're not really trying to impose, but you're just trying to share. They don't even want to hear it. And then on top of it, it's they don't care. There's no value, and it's I interviewed another cat, and he was saying he come to find out after he did a decade in YA for riding on somebody, and he was going to get his record expunged, and he come to find out the paperwork. All through the paperwork, his big homie who welcomed him out was a confidential informant who told the police on him. Because he was like, how'd they even know I did this?
Yeah.
So you get to find out, you invested all this into a neighborhood or a block or whatever, and it's for what? No 401k, there's no stock, shares, or you got part of a restaurant or a grocery store. There's nothing you own there, and you're giving up everything, and you think about at the end of the day, where's the value at, man? And you lost, like you said, you take time out from your mom, your brother and sister, all these people you left, and then you get in, you're thinking what was it for?
Exactly.
And those people, I didn't realize, the biggest thing I didn't realize, I remember my sister said, she's like, oh, you missed my wedding, you missed my graduation from college, you missed my daughter's first, and I didn't realize how much of an impression I had. I've been thinking of my little sister. You don't think about how they look up to you.
Exactly.
In the house, or how maybe your family, because I know my grandma even said, she's like, oh, baby, I'm glad. I didn't know if you was ever going to come back. Because, I live a dual life. I didn't bring it around the house, but they didn't know what I was doing in the streets.
Exactly.
And so that hurt me, and then it made me realize that there's a lot of other people who maybe you have such an impact over, but you're selfish in your way, so you don't think about when you're gone, they lose too.
Exactly.
And that's what we got to look at, man. When you're out here, even though you're thinking, oh, I'm making moves, I'm doing this, there's a little cousin or nephew, that's man, I always looked up to you. And you don't know how much they looked up to you because they didn't maybe tell you, but they were, you were their God.
Exactly.
So we got to think about that, man. It's not just us and the broken families and lack of fathers, but maybe you were a surrogate father to somebody you didn't even know.
Exactly.
You know, and so that's one of the things. That's why I said having you on here. But we're going to get into some more stories, man, and share, because it's a powerful best that you have, man.
Okay.
And a lot of these youngsters out here are going to be listening to this, and I know you're going to get a lot of comments and a lot of DMs, man. Big Herc 916, Bo from Broadway, fresh out.